Kasi yung money, Carl, it's really about our relationship also with money. Kaya minsan hindi natin alam bakit other strategies would work for others. And yung same strategy na yan, when we use it, we're not comfortable with it. It's because we are not customizing it based on who we are.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Passive Income Show. Today, this is the show that we talk about money, finance, and today we're going to talk about something very special called money personality. Our invited guest is a special friend of mine, and he is an entrepreneur by heart. He made various companies during his young age. Before 30, he was already a millionaire. Madami siyang na-open ng mga businesses even before 30 years old. But from being a millionaire, he eventually lost everything at age 30 and napunta pa siya in debt. And because of this life experience niya, he was able to bounce back again, and he shares his life story and his journey from being up to down and now to being up again. And without further ado, I will let my guest speaker introduce himself. Ladies and gentlemen, let us all give a warm welcome to Mr. Jason Lo.
Hello, Carl. Thank you so much
Hello.
for having me in your show.
And Jason, maraming tatanong, ano yung sinasabi mo, Sir Carl, na millionaire and then nawala? Can you tell us a little bit about your journey?
Ako personally, I have experienced ups and I've experienced downs. So when we had one of our businesses before, it was a restaurant or a few restaurants. I was actually using my credit card, because my money was locked dun sa mga ibang ginagawa namin na small businesses also. And what happened was that my partners promised that they would infuse more capital. It didn't materialize. So 8 credit cards all with debt. So just imagine how much that is. Interest pa lang yun per month. And then I had to live through that. And when I got out of debt, it was an exhilarating feeling. That's one of the things that I talk about in my book, Determined. Take control of your finances and your life.
Guys, feel free to ask your questions. So let's start na, Jason. What is this money personality all about? Ngayon lang namin narinig to.
Yeah, I've been teaching about the behavioral styles. I use the term personalities because people are mas familiar sa kanila yung word na personality types. And I have written 3 books about it. It's called Younique, and it's based on the DISC profiles from a study by William Marston in the 1920s. And the DISC profiles, D-I-S-C, D stands for dominant, I stands for influential, S stands for steady, and C stands for corrective. And Carl, the animals that I used are, kasi kinontextualize ko siya for a Filipino setting. Although I've taught this also outside the country, so the principles are universal. Yeah, the animals that I used are the eagle for the dominant. The influential, it's the rooster. And then for the steady, it's the carabao. And for the corrective, it's the tarsier. Because the disc profiles, there are several people who would teach this, but it's just a glimpse because it looks simple, but it's deceptively simple. But the application is so vast, and it includes money. Kasi yung money, Carl, it's really about our relationship also with money. Kaya minsan hindi natin alam bakit other strategies would work for others. And yung same strategy na yan, when we use it, we're not comfortable with it. It's because we are not customizing it based on who we are. So, yung dominance, no, they are people who make things happen. They love risks. They love challenges. Their favorite keyword is powerful. And their favorite song is My Way. Alam niyo na kung bakit.
So, talaga ano, no? Talagang their way is the right way.
Yeah, not just the right way, the only way.
The only way.
Their way or the highway. Ganun sila.
Ano downside of being dominant pagdating sa money?
Sila yung you know, Carl, you know a lot of entrepreneurs, di ba? May mga kilala ka bang mga businessmen na magaling sa umpisa, magaling mag-set up, tapos magsi-set up ng negosyo, after that move na naman sila to another business, they will open up another business, and they will look for someone to manage the business that they have started.
Meron.
But it doesn't work that way dahil kailangan you have to invest time to build that business, di ba? So nangyari sa kanila, they're good starters but they are not good finishers. So they need someone to help them along the way.
So that's for the dominant. No? But you know, Jason, what I'm picking up right now is if you're a dominant, you will do well if you partner with somebody on the other spectrum. Tama, no? Parang that's what I'm getting to balance you out.
Well, it applies to all personality types. If you're the steady, it would be prudent to partner with a personality type that is different from yours. Sa mga dominant naman, if we're gonna talk about business, it would be prudent for them to look for a corrective tarsier, the analytical one. Because the dominants see the forest, while the correctives, they see the trees. And both are very important.
Jason, ganda na sinabi mo. Guys, for those listening here, first thing I picked up is you complement your personality with somebody on the different spectrum, no? And then number 2, you mentioned na you have to know your personality pala para you can control yourself din. Diba? Like the tarsier, which is a corrective, para hindi rin siya masyadong parang doom and gloom.
And hindi rin masyadong paralyzed. Analysis paralysis kasi nangyayari sa kanila. Si dominant naman, go, go, go. Let's do it. Just do it. Ako kasi, since I've been, siguro, alam mo yun, yung ang dami mo na rin mga failures. Yung mga, binibilang ko, Carl, I've had around 15 businesses already. Okay? Most of them are really small scale. There were some that grew in size. And pag dumaan ka na sa mga failures, nagbabago ka na, bumabait ka na.
Bumabait, yes, humble down.
Yeah. Kumbaga, I was a very high dominant eagle before. Kung nagtanong ka sa akin ng humingi ka sa akin ng advice, ang sagot ko sa'yo, okay, step 1, step 2, step 3, that's what you have to do. Pero now, when someone asks me for advice, sometimes I don't give them advice anymore eh. Nakikinig na lang ako sa kanila. Kasi alam naman nila kung ano yung gagawin nila, yung mga negosyante na nalugi yung negosyo, and they just need someone to listen to them, someone who has gone through it and who would understand them. So I'll proceed with the other types now. The rooster, the influential, they are those who loves people. They are the people person, and they're the life of the party. They don't need to go to a party anymore because the party goes to them. So, sila yung mga creative, punong-puno ng mga ideas. Ang pag-recharge nila is to be around people. Si Marvin is actually an influential rooster, but he's a hybrid kasi corrective din siya na pinagsama. Okay. Kaya magaling din siya sa pera. Kasi ang influence, by the way, you can also have a blend, a combination. So, ang mga influentials, they're full of ideas. They're great connectors. They can network with just about anyone. Yan. They're innovative. Ang kanilang weakness naman is that they are forgetful. Pagdating sa mga details, pagdating sa mga facts, figures, they hate that. And sila din yung mga kulang sa focus. They get distracted by shiny objects. Kaya ang mga influential, iba yung style nila pagdating sa dominance. Kasi ang influentials, they are we're not putting people in a box, pero sila yung pinaka bad when it comes to money management. Distracted by shiny objects. Yung third naman are the steady carabaos. Sila naman yung steady, chillax. They love to listen. They're the best counselors. And they love administration. Sila yung mga tumatagal talaga sa work and they are considered the most loyal out of the four. And weakness nila is they have difficulty making mga decisions, especially major ones. And they don't like confrontation. Feeling ko si Jen hindi ganyan no?
Jason, alam mo, as you were talking, I can relate this to family members. Diba? Yung kakabanggit mo lang na yung matagal mag-decision. I see that also. And then yun nga, yung shiny objects, I think yun yung kamag-anak natin na siguro madaling maloko or madaling ma-scam. Diba? So it all falls under a money personality pala, no?
Ito yung natin, yung mga correctives, they're the analytical bunch. They love to analyze and they love numbers. They love figures, research, development. And ang weakness naman nila, they can be napaparalyze sila, analysis paralysis. Sa kaka-analyze na paparalyze and their tendency to want to make everything perfect. And we have to remember that the enemy of profit and progress is perfection. Kaya yun naman yung kanilang challenge.